Hey guys, it's Karen. So I was cleaning my apartment today and I came across one of my favorite kind of lifestyle books. It's called The Little Book of Hygge, and I thought that I would kind of share it with you by walking around my house and showing you some of the stuff that I've added to my apartment based on what I learned in this book. I've read it a few years ago, but I reread it frequently just because it gives me such a cozy feeling. So hygge is a word that we do not have a direct translation for in English, but it essentially means just this cozy, warm feeling. And so some things that kind of invoke that sense would be like snuggling with a cat or a dog, being in blankets, warm beverages, just reading, being outside with your friends at a bonfire. Those kind of cozy things are what hygge is. Now, one thing I will say is that it is summer, and I feel that my apartment is so much cozier in the winter, the fall and the winter. But here is my summer Hygge apartment. So the first thing that the book mentions that you really need to make your space Hygge is a hygge cot, which is just a cozy place to chill and maybe read or hang out, maybe watch some TV. So let me show you some of mine. So this might look familiar to you because this is where I typically film my videos, but over here I have a little reading nook, and you could consider this a hygge cot because it's just like a cozy place to read, and I can watch out my window and just enjoy my book. I would say my second hygge cot in this space is just my couch, which I did not have a couch for like a year when I moved in because I got rid of my old one and saved up for a new one. I was thinking that getting rid of my old one would motivate me to save up sooner, but this is just a cozy spot where I will frequently read or watch TV. So then my next hygge cot would be this outdoor space, which that chair looks nice, but actually the more comfortable one is this fold-up one that I typically take with me to the beach. Right now it's out just because it's so freaking comfortable. This I would say is my last hygge cot. It is just my couch, which also folds out into a bed. And there are two windows in my office, and if I open them both, we get a really nice breeze in here. The last hygge cot would probably be my bed, but I'm in the middle of changing the sheets, so you will have to see that another time. The second thing on the list is a fireplace, and I am lucky enough to have one of those in my apartment. And not only that, but it's nicer than some of the other fireplaces that I've had in other apartments. The third thing that it says you should have in this book is you should have some candles, and I do have a lot of candles, although I'm less likely to light them in the summer. Next, the book says that you should have things made out of wood, and what they actually mean is kind of that more natural wood looking wood as opposed to like a darker stained wood. And I have portraits of my cat and my dog. Another rustic wood picture frame. This is my brother and I from a very long time ago. And finally, for those of you who don't know, I am actually pretty obsessed with the state of Tennessee. And so another piece of wood with Tennessee on it. Number 5 is nature, and in addition to the fly that you might be hearing that is just buzzing around, I rescued its friend the other day, but it found its way in here. I do have some more natural stuff in my apartment. First of all, I think nature art tends to add a piece of nature to my apartment. More nature art. These were made by my friend and yoga teacher. In addition to nature artwork, I also have a lot of dying plants and random rocks. Doris, I need your help. Beach glass. 6th on the list is books, and please, I have that covered. Signed books, now officially overflowing, to be read books, poetry, health and wellness, random nature. Books I'm collecting for my readathon. Religious books I try to read at breakfast, books on writing and memoirs, coloring books, adult sticker books, and puzzle books, spiritual books that I need to read, books for work that I need to read, read books, also overflowing, which is partially due to the fact that some of the things holding the shelves have fallen off and I need to hold them up with the weight of the books. Cookbooks. Used to be first edition books from Parnassus, but then other stuff got thrown in here too. Next on the list are ceramics, which I don't have a ton of, but I suppose you can count the pots that are behind me as ceramics. Number 8 is textiles, which is just mixing up different types of textures in your apartment or house. And for me, that's mostly blankets and pillows and stuff like that, which is actually number 10. So I'm gonna do these together and show you some of my blankets. That pillow is from Franklin, Tennessee, one of my favorite towns in the United States. And finally on the list is vintage, which I actually do not have a ton of. I do use my grandma's plates and bowls and all that stuff. And I also have my great grandma's silverware. But besides that, I don't think I have a ton of vintage. I have a lot of stuff pretending to look like vintage, but it's not. So that is how I try to make my apartment super cozy. Again, it's a completely different story in the winter. So if you like this video, maybe I'll do another tour in the winter. But if you are into kind of lifestyle stuff, I would definitely recommend this book, The Little Book of Hygge by Mike Hygge. I'll see you guys later. Bye.